obsession with acting tough.
Dudes are really trying to act hard in our current year. Now, in no means am I saying I'm tough, because I'm not. Let's get that out of the way. I'm sweeter than grandma's cookies. I mean, look at my channel mascot, and plus I'm a YouTuber. Shit is very sweet around here. Now, there really is some people I've seen in my lifetime that really act like they're real demons amongst us when they're not. They're fakes. And even people on the internet as well. Now, we'll start with the term a fake demon. Now, what is a fake demon?
W45 stream streak for my nigga Official, man.
Thinks they do the most demonic shit ever. But in reality, they're charming ultra soft with smooth tear. They'll always try to portray themselves as the scariest dude on the planet or that you shouldn't mess with them. But yeah, I searched up sweeter than sugar on TikTok and I was curious to see what came up, and this is what I found. I don't care, keep going, be my toy or I'm doxing you and swatting you. What the heck? Do me a favor, just go in Roblox right now and look down at your shirt. You got a cute little cat on your shirt and you're saying all this shit. Like, you're not tough, bro. You're just a chud. You're really gonna dox people.
How are you gonna threaten somebody through Roblox? Imagine trying to act tough playing Roblox. What the hell?
Over Roblox? Yo, you gotta get it together, bro.
Quit shining the light at me.
I'm sorry, but turn around.
Really?
At first glance, you're walking down the street at night. Some dude that looks like this pulls up on you. You're gonna be shitting yourself. Well, I would at least, because look, man, I'm sweet, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really just prefer it to be peace and tranquility over here. In this situation, I would have ran already, or I would have been like speed walking. But this guy confronted him, and this is what happened. Okay, I'd sound like a top 5 channel.
You want to play this game today? All right, come here.
Oh shit.
And now he's done, just like that. He said, come here, and instantly folded like a MacBook Air. Dude.
Oh, it was the nigga with the mask that said, come here.
Dudes are really fake demons. This guy looked so menacing at first, chasing him down, or not chasing him down, but he was like walking in his direction. But that was an instantaneous fold, bro. It wasn't even a second. Next, we gotta talk about the internet thug. This dude really acts like he commits crimes on the daily. But in reality, we all know he's trolling and is only tough when talking behind the screen. They'll really threaten to dox you, beat up your entire family bloodline, pretend to be badass and about that.
Bro, the amount of internet thugs that I have to deal with is insane, bro. Like, if I were to show you guys some of my comments, it's crazy how gangsta some people be behind the internet. Mind you, their fucking profile picture be like Jimmy Neutron or some weak ass shit. You be like, bro, you're scared to show your face on the internet, but somehow you're sending a threat through text. It makes no sense.
Life online. But of course, when it comes to real life, they come across somebody on the internet that doesn't play, and they have to go toe to toe with them. They just duck, even though they were the person.
The thing is, it would never even happen, because in real life, they wouldn't even say half of the things that they say on the internet, bro. Literal Twitter fingers, literal just typing away, getting their shit off. But in IRL, they are probably the type of person that stands in the corner and nobody notices them when they walk into a room. They don't exist IRL. They're actual NPCs.
I was like, yo, drop your addy right now, as they're like talking shit to them in the game. Fake crashouts. Sometimes emotions really get the best of us. But here's a reenactment of the fake crashouts. Hypothetical crashout.
Literally.
That's the level of
something that I've never understood, and mind you, I am overly appreciative of anyone that leaves a comment on, under my videos, because at the end of the day, without y'all support, without y'all engagement, I wouldn't even be here, right? But at the same time, I gotta call a spade a spade. I'm 30 years old. I've been creating content for 10 plus years. I've been consuming content for just as long, and never, not ever, in my entire career, in my entire time on the internet, have I ever wrote a paragraph like being mad at somebody or something over the internet. Like, I don't even think I have that in my body. I've never been so triggered by something that I've seen on the internet that I start hitting this emote right here. Bum, 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 bum. Like, bro, I just never think it's that deep. How can somebody on the internet that is not in the room with you get you that fucking triggered to the point where you're like, yo, bro, I've got, like, this nigga needs to get a piece of my mind. I'm about to spaz out. Again, bro, y'all do you, but it's just crazy for real.
Even though they make it the biggest deal in the entire world. They gotta tell the world they're about to crash out. Their favorite phrase is really, on God, I'm about to crash out. Customer service is giving them a hard time. On God, I'm about to crash out. They put dill pickles on their burger. On God, I'm about to crash out. There was a whole meme in 2024 about how people who said that had photos like this in their living room. And look, man, I'm not gonna lie. I probably got some photos like this in my living room. So hey, if you're putting on a front, bro, stay in your lane. There's nothing wrong with being a good kid. You don't have to put on this front of being a menace every second of the day. Although I don't have any examples online, I have some examples from real life. This is not just an online occurrence. In 2022, I encountered my first fake crash out / fake demon. So I was working on the shift at a grocery store. I was tired, it was late, I was ready to go home. Then all of a sudden, this fake Karen crash out comes in and just starts talking crazy to the person at the customer service desk. I feel like they weren't really crashing out, but the crash out was brewing. Like they were beginning the meltdown phase. They were yelling and throwing a temper tantrum over the way one of the cashiers bagged something. That cashier may have been me.
What the fuck? Yo, crashing out because of the way somebody bagged something? Yo, it's not that deep. And even if you had a concern, it's just like, hey, do you mind just putting that in a separate bag? Easy, simple. Any decent human being, half decent human being, doesn't even need to be a whole decent human being. Any half decent human being would just be like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. What the fuck are we crashing out for?
Because she went...
Niggas be miserable, gang. That's one thing that I've learned. People IRL are living miserable lives, just ticking time bombs, looking to try to ruin somebody else's day because their days are going bad. It's sad.
Right to the customer service desk and just started threatening to fire the lady that was working there. And at first I was worried, like, damn, am I really gonna get this lady fired because I bagged something so shittily? But then she didn't really seem worried. She's like, yo, you're not gonna do shit. You know, although this Karen trope is like ran into the ground at this point, like it's real. I thought this shit was an internet exclusive my whole life. Moral of the story, she didn't do shit, man. She was just going on a temper tantrum for nothing, man. Fake crashing out. Nobody got fired. This was the stupidest shit ever. One time, all right, we were in the middle of the burbs, man. Just straight suburban area. Like I said, I'm from the burbs. Shit is hella sweet over here. But I guess someone had this dude over, you know, he had a few drinks. Okay, not a few drinks. But when he went outside, I don't know who he was feeling like, because immediately he just started pointing finger guns at the neighbor's house. They just started going like, bow, bow, bow. Like, are we serious? This dude's really acting like he has sticks. Bro, you have no sticks for nobody. Am I crazy for including this in the video? Like, yo, this dude, we're in the middle of the suburbs, man. And then a few minutes later, there was a cop car that showed up. I don't think anything happened because, yeah, he was just a drunk idiot. But if somebody was there to press him, he's folding immediately, bro. I could just tell. If a real demon showed up, somebody who really did not mess around.
This is the thing, too, though. A lot of people be trying to do that fake hard shit. You need to be careful who you fucking with because some people have nothing to lose. So if you are a fake gangster, a fake crash out, sometimes you need to be really mindful of who you press, my nigga, because it'll be a regular looking civilian and you can't tell that they can fold your ass. I'm telling you, I took my first boxing class and I'm in there squaring up, getting ready to box with niggas that are overweight. You know what I'm saying? Half my size. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to really shake these niggas up. On everything I love. My very first sparring match was with a nigga half my size and he was fat as fuck. Just calling a spade a spade. Why did that nigga piece me up like to the point where I remember I got hit so hard, I hit this right here. 2 seconds away from getting knocked out. I'm literally like this, standing on one foot, hearing saxophones in my ear, holding on for dear life. And then I'll end up locking back in. I'm like, oh shit. My first ever day in boxing class. All that to say, don't judge a book by its cover, gang. You don't know who is capable of what. So if you think you're an internet tough guy and you gonna go square up and start talking shit to some random civilian, don't be surprised if he ends up folding your bitch ass. Straight up.
Come on, like he would have folded. Was he trying to act tough? I don't know what the goal of that was. Next we got the when my eyes turn red, run. They really think they're part beast and they're super dangerous. This internet trope is too funny. They really think they're seeing red when in reality, bro, they're not gonna do.
Yeah, no, the hands be camouflaged sometimes on everything, and that's something that I learned in boxing. I was like, okay, you know, this is a great skill to add to my repertoire, but the first thing it does teach you is to be humble. It teaches you how to not just like flash. I think the more confident you are as a fighter, the more calm you are, because it's like, bro, if you mess with me if you want to, I dead ass can fold you.
Shit. I don't even know how this phrase came to be, but nobody is running. They really think they have a goddamn dark side or something, and they're just stowing it away like an anime villain. Now, I don't think anybody in real life unironically says this shit anymore, because it's just getting made fun of on the internet like crazy. But there were really days I've seen people like see red or like do an anime villain transformation, and that shit would go viral. But if you hear that today, like, you're not taking that shit serious, that you would just think
What's
they're
good,
sweeter than
Reaper?
sugar. It really sounds like a 90s movie trope. It's that corny. Ego lifters. There's nothing wrong with lifting a 12-pound weight if that's all you can do. Everybody's at a different point currently in weightlifting. And if people hate on you for being lower than them in weight, that's just lame. Form is really everything in the gym, or else you're not even gonna get stronger. You're just gonna feel pain. All pain, no gain is really what ego lifters go through. Just to look tough in front of everybody. Some dudes will really have the worst form of all time. They'll just swing around 50-pound weights and not even be able to handle it. They'll have terrible form because they're not strong enough. Just because you got 50-pound weights in your hand when you can't even control it, that doesn't make you look tough.
Nigga.
Yeah, whole lot of nothing is going.
Yeah, that is so stupid. You're going to hurt yourself doing this. If you are just getting into the gym, do never be ashamed to pick up that 10, 20-pound dumbbell, gang. Work your way up. Start off slow. I promise you it's not that deep. Because you're going to fuck around, hurt yourself, and it's over with.
On in this clip. He's really just moving this shit from point A to point B. There is no muscle being built. Like, it's not even going down to his chest. Can you even consider this a rep? This is really what it looks like when I'm at failure.
Welcome
I
to
got
the
nothing
stream.
left in the
Appreciate
tank.
you
Now, I
pulling
don't know
up.
if he's trying to impress others or if it's just like a self-pride thing, but I don't know. Ego lifting to me is just not tough. Just slugging around weights with like terrible form. But if you have solid form, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's pretty impressive. Like, of course, push yourself, but sometimes there's really levels to this gym shit, because you could really get hurt if you're not doing it correctly. If YouTube is listening, don't do this, please. You will seriously get hurt. Nobody's gonna care that you're lifting small weights. You risk getting a career-ending injury. You know, God forbid that happens, but it could. Next, we gotta talk about tough guy or alpha males, whatever you want to call them.
I was literally diagnosed as somebody that's
Anyone that walks around, like, this is just a surefire fact. Anybody that walks around calling themselves an alpha male, certified cornball. Weirdo. You can just literally actually filter out the bullshit just by listening for that right now. Anyone that's like, I'm an alpha male, those words come out of their mouth, yeah, just stop listening. Go ahead and put the headphones on, click mute on the click IRL button. There's nothing else to listen to.
Fearless. Yeah. I felt like I was a god.
I've talked about them before in videos. Okay, I made a whole ass video on tough guys. But one tough guy in particular really fits the fake demon category. King Azule.
That point on, my dad knew he couldn't take me. Now I was 13. He picked up a stick, a wooden stick, and he went to hit me over the head. And I did this, and it broke.
Yeah, it just broke. He just put his hand up and grabbed it, and that's it. No more wooden stick. This dude just had that brute force strength to just break it with
Holy
one
shit.
grab from his hand.
And then I took it out of his hand, threw it on the floor, kicked him in the leg, picked him up, and threw him on the coffee table.
What the fuck, was your dad a goddamn leprechaun? Like, what? Come on, man. Let me tell y'all a true story. When I was about, I think I was in like 7th grade. And now, mind you, I was a big middle school kid. I'm 6'2" right now. And in middle school, I was probably like 5'10". So growing up, I thought I was going to be like a 7-footer. I got like my growth spurt really early. So I was goddamn 5'10", 5'11" in middle school, facts. And I remember one day around the dinner table, it was me and my mom. And I'm talking about, I was probably at that dinner table for like, I was doing homework, probably for like 5-6 hours trying to get this math problem done. And my mom is, you know, trying to help me and coach me through it. And boy, she was so pissed. Like by the end of it, she was on some like, yo, are you serious? 2 + 2 is what, Berto? And I'm just like, 7? I don't know. Like, it was bad, bro. I don't remember the actual math problem we were dealing with. Maybe it was like early algebra. I don't know. But long story short is, my mom was fed up. I was fed up too, frustrated, right? So after like a long day of doing that, I'm still around the dinner table. And I remember my dad came into the room, or he came into like the dining room, just greeting everybody. He just got home off work, and he's like, hey, what's up, Berto? What up, baby? He's talking to my mom, gives her a kiss, comes in, kind of pats me on the shoulder. And me thinking I'm Mr. Tough Guy because I was frustrated and whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm frustrated. I think I'm Mr. Tough Guy. I don't know what I was trying to do or trying to prove. I pushed my dad. I literally shoved him. I'm sitting down. He puts his hand on my shoulder like this, just saying what's up. And I shoved him for no fucking reason. Straight impulse. I swear to God, on everything I love. Straight impulse. My dad takes my head, slams it into the fucking table, breaks my nose. I'm like, I was like, now I'm crying. Got completely bitched. My nose is turned to the side. Blood is rushing from my fucking nostrils. And it's like, that's what happened when I tried to be Mr. Tough Guy to my dad. He cleaned that shit up so goddamn fast. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. I know that's how that went down. Unless you were just born a goddamn Viltrumite or some shit. That makes no sense. Because my dad tore my shit up and then took me to the hospital.
Coffee table broke in half.
He was hypothetically 13. He's talking about how he broke the coffee table.
Bert a fake demon? Nigga, I just said I was in 7th grade. And it was my dad.
Oh, he lifted his dad?
What?
Okay, let's get this out of the way. He looks like he would beat my ass now, for sure. But to the first time viewer, this might look like a real story. Once you hear more and more podcast clips, you'll know he's just straight bullshitting.
The fractions that you cause with hitting the bone thickens the bone. I used to sit there and hit my shins with a hammer all fucking day. All fucking day.
You would sit there and hit... Okay, no. No, I know you're trolling. That's really the equivalent of saying, yeah, punch lockers for fun. This dude is really an anomaly.
Okay, so this is like clavicular in like another 10, 15 years. I see what's going on.
So they don't fuck up their hands by hitting somebody's head. Your head is the strongest bone in the body. And if you train it and bang it enough for a whole year, it becomes 4 times thicker.
Yeah. This is literally clavicular in like 15 years, gang. Okay.
Hurt people. And I learned that at a young age. That's what I learned from the Shaolin monks.
What is this dude even on about? How many concussions has he gotten in his lifetime? This dude is really speed running concussions. But if he didn't really say anything ridiculous, I wouldn't even question it. I mean, he looks like he would beat my ass. But the reason I wanted to cover this again is because this is what happens when you cap on the internet. People don't take you serious. But despite him saying F students are inventors, and only the F students were capable of inventing crazy things, nobody else, he got invited to be a guest speaker at a school. I don't know how he pulled this off. And now he's on his motivational speech arc, and he was getting trolled the entire time.
I wake up in the morning before the sun. I wake up to say hi to the sun.
You know what's unironically funny about this? I don't even think he knows he's being trolled. He probably genuinely thinks everyone in this crowd thinks he's like a goat.
They really acted like it was the toughest thing ever spoken. Just to troll. I don't know. They were just trolling.
Bro thinks he's Chuck Norris.
They all had their phones out trying to get a clip. But yeah, some dude that's been getting trolled and memed on the internet goes to your school. That's a viral clip right there. I mean, I believed him, bro. That he woke up in the morning before the sun. He says hi to the sun. Yeah, I felt that, bro.
I run a cold shower. I go into a cold shower.
just to get my body going. I go for a run, I go for a workout, and all of that is done.
We know this is all bullshit, but what's even crazier about this, it doesn't even feel like it doesn't even feel motivational. I could have gave a better motivational speech than this. This nigga said, I wake up in the morning and I say hi to the sun. And then it sounds like he's making it up on the spot. I take a cold shower just to get the body going. Okay. Like, is that supposed to make me feel like my life is gonna improve? Nigga, this nigga sucks.
Before 6:30 a.m.
This is what happens when someone that says the F students are the inventors of the world goes to a school. You know, at least it was entertaining. He was really brightening people's days at the very least. Before I take you to another video on the end screen, thank you all so much for 500,000 subscribers.
W video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section. At the end of the day, that tough guy shit, or pretending to be tough, is so lame. I mean, I have no problem with people standing up for what they believe in, but just be yourself, gang. There's no reason to just walk around and try to act hard for people that don't even care about you. That makes zero sense. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Join the Where You At family live on Twitch, link in the description.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.